Hey guys, so today I decided to talk about a video game that not many people know about. This channel isn't just going to be me playing video games, it's also going to be me talking about video games. And so today I'm going to talk about this game called Toontown. It's a game that came out in 2000, I have no idea, but it closed in 2013. And I played the original. Wasn't too good on that. I was a kid back then. Played Toon-up Rewritten, got to a max tune, got bored, left, came back recently, and started playing as this guy, Buck Jerky. So now I'm going to the game as him. Really, if you haven't ever played this before, then you probably won't know a lot of what I'm talking about. It's more so for people that have played it. I guess we can keep the sound effects. Just turn off the music. So, hold on. Alright, I gotta go to the pajama place. I'm gonna be doing tasks while I talk. So in this video, I wanted to talk about why I think Toon-up, if you work on it enough, Toon-up is the best and most strongest choice in this game for second-time players. I know it's very specific, but hear me out, alright? So, before I even do this task, let's get away from this thing. It's making a lot of noise. We have a Skelecog invasion going on right now. So before I even get into this task, right? Check it out. So I am Toon-upless. I decided to go Toon-upless because I thought it would be more interesting. My other tune was dropless, but I like the drop gag, so I wanted it. But I also really like the trap gag, so I wanted that too. So I was like, you know what? I need to leave off another gag, and that gag will be Toon-up. Now, the reason, if you're gonna go something-less, right, like loreless, soundless, dropless, trapless, whatever, unless you're going dropless or trapless, which is like the standard way to go, if you're going any other weird combination, and there are only 3 weird combinations, right? There's going Toon-upless, which is not done often. There's going loreless, which is not done often. And there's going soundless, which is not done often. Out of those 3 kind of oddball things, I think maybe we should turn this off, the sound effects. Out of those 3 oddball things, right? I think going Toon-upless is the best among them. And here's why. In Toontown, you have these things called SOS cards, right? And they are able to fill in for gags that you don't have. There's different effects based on whether you have the gag track or not, and how the card will work or not. But for this video, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on the fact that they're here and they exist, right? So if you were to be loreless, you could use this guy. He's lore. I think I have another one too, Stinky Ned. Yeah, he's also lore. So you can replace not having lore by using lore gags, right? And it's the same thing for the other gag tracks. If you don't have sound, there's one guy I know of. I've heard about him. He, in old Toontown, stocked up on field offices and just did a bunch of them to get sound. And it can replace like an auga or a trunk. And if you do the ones from the VP, it can replace a foghorn, and even better than a foghorn. Yeah, so it's you can replace any gag. In fact, what's funny is that there's no throw gag in the VP. There's no throw SOS card. There's no SOS card that throws a cake or a wedding cake or pie or any of this stuff. And there's no gag in the SOS tunes that can do squirt. They're only all the other gags, and the other gags are the only gags that you're capable of leaving off. So it's almost like the game purposely made it so that any gag that you decide to not get, you can replace that gag with Toon-up SOS cards. Now, if you don't have sound, there's a special thing about Toon-up than the rest of these gags that you can leave off, right? then lore and sound, and even drop or trap. If you don't have, let's say, trap, right? You could still trap using SOS cards. If you don't have lore, you could still trap, still lore with SOS cards, and it's the same thing for all the other ones. But there's a catch. That is the only way that you could possibly use that gag. There's no other way to use sound than to use a sound SOS card if you don't have the sound gag track. It's the only way. There's only one avenue. So you have to really, really spam the VP or field offices, which we don't have in this game. So you really have to spam the VP in order to get enough gags to kind of substitute for you not having a gag track. Now, here's the thing about Toon-up that's not the same as all the rest of them. You can use SOS cards for Toon-up, but there's actually two other ways that you could tune up while in battle. You can use unites, and you can't use a unite to attack. You can only use a unite to restock, heal, and give yourself money. So not only can you use SOS cards, but you can also use unites. There's two different ways you can heal yourself. And then there's a final way, the doodle, which I'll show you mine. Let's go to my estate real quick. He's not trained up entirely. I'm working on it. I've been working pretty hard. It's just taking forever. But Babbitt. Yeah, see? So I'm working on Play Dead. I also worked on Jump a little bit. Play Dead is the best, so that's why I'm working on that. And I'm gonna get that to 14. But you can heal yourself using your doodle. And a lot of people say doodles aren't as effective as a tune-up gag, and they might not be. But if you don't have tune-up, then a doodle is a nice substitute. You can lure. At a max Play Dead, you can use the Play Dead thing twice in a row. So that's 14 times 2. So it's pretty good. All you have to do is do that twice, and then you'll gain a significant amount of health, and you can keep going. And if everyone has a max doodle and Play Dead, that's 4 times 14, which is not bad. So if no one has tune-up and everyone is tune-upless, then you can still survive. I've been spamming VP runs at this tune. If we get hit, most of the times just another person tunes up. But if we don't get hit, then we just kill the cogs. And if none of us had tune up, then I would use my doodle. But it doesn't even come to that. And so far I have one tune up SOS card, and I don't have any unites. I'm working on that right now, actually. So let's get back to that task. So being a tune-upless toon basically means you're the most powerful toon in all of Toontown. You can do the most stuff. You're the most versatile. Why? Because you have all of these gag tracks, and unlike leaving off some of the gag tracks, you have 3 different avenues that you can tune up with instead of 1. So you're able to tune up much more effectively than if you were to leave off something like lore or sound. You couldn't substitute those gags as easily. So this is why I said the later stages, right? If you get a significant amount of SOS unites, yeah, the tune-up unites, or you get a certain amount of SOS cards, tune-up cards, or you're working on your doodle and that's maxed, all that stuff takes time to do. So in the beginning, you won't really, it won't really be that useful. But later in the game, you will become literally the best toon ever because you can heal yourself, and anytime you heal yourself as a tune-upless toon, you heal everybody. There's no way to not heal everybody. Your doodle heals everybody, your SOS cards heal everybody, and your unites heal everybody. So anytime you tune up, you heal everybody. There's only one downside to being tune-upless, and well, there's 2. But one is that you can't really deal with trolls if you get a troll, because if you decide to tune up, you'll have to tune up everyone, including the troll. So that can be annoying. But the second thing is you can't really see the benefit in the earlier levels, which is why I say you should do it on a second toon once you had like good experience. Because when you're at those lower levels and you're training gags and you're in buildings and stuff, it's going to be really hard for you to fight, and you're definitely going to get hit. And if no one has tune up and no one has a max doodle yet, and you haven't even done any kind of boss yet, it's gonna be really rough. Unless you were to just start being toon-upless and then train your doodle before you even go battle anything, which is kind of unrealistic because training a doodle takes literally forever. So I don't think anyone would want to wait that long before they start doing toon tasks and stuff like that. So if you have that type of dedication, someone out there, if you have that type of dedication, go for it. But I definitely don't have that type of dedication, not to this game. So yeah, but in the later stages, it's definitely, see, I did this as a, this is actually my third toon. I did this on my third toon, but it's the second toon that I've really developed this far. First toon was max, second toon is like 16 laugh. I didn't really do that much. And then this toon is, because you can see, like, all max gags, almost all max gags. Whoop, went to sleep. All right, so that's why you can become the most versatile. And because you have 3 different avenues, it's almost as if you have the tune-up gag itself. And if you get enough rewards to substitute having the tune-up gag, then you basically have all gags in the game. And it's way easier to substitute because of the 3 avenues. That's what I'm saying. It's easier to substitute not having the gag because you have 3 different ways to do it instead of one way. So if you want to have every single gag in the game, I would go toon-upless, stockpile those rewards, train your doodle. It takes dedication to train a doodle. Stockpiling the rewards shouldn't be hard though, because it's just playing the game, you know. But yeah, that is the way to become the most strongest, most versatile, most OP toon in Toontown, is the toon-upless toon. Every other way, you can only have one way to be able to substitute the gag. So it's just not as good. Lower levels will be hard, which is why I said do it on the second one. I use my higher toon to help my lower toon in buildings and train gags and stuff so that he can stay alive. So that's how I've developed this toon so quickly. But if it's your first time around and you don't have some high level toon helping you out, then you're definitely going to need toon-up if you're just going with other toons that are your level. So if you don't have a higher toon to help you out, definitely use toon-up. I think that's toon-upless. Really going soundless, lowerless, or toon-upless is really more for veteran players that kind of know what they're doing. As a toon-upless toon, you should have a good doodle. You should have those SOS cards, and you should have those unites. And if not, you should be working on them. And you will become, in the end, not in the beginning. In the beginning, it'll be rough. If you decide to do this without having a high toon to help you out, you're going to die a lot. But in the end, you will be on top, and you will be the most powerful in this game. So, there you have it. Toon-upless is the best. Eventually, it's the best. So, that's what I'm doing. And I hope to be a awesome toon-upless toon in the future. That's why I think toon-upless is the most powerful type of toon you could possibly be. And tell me what you think in the comment section. Agree, disagree? The video is basically over, but I just wanted to say I'm not going to be making too many videos on Toontown. The only reason I'm making videos on Toontown is because I haven't played this game in like 5 years. I just got back into it and I made this toon, Buck Jerky. But I get tired of this game sometimes. I leave it for long periods of time. I mean, I left it for like 5 years. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to quit again, but when I do, it's not going to be some big thing like, oh my God, he's leaving. Because I don't really know anyone in this community, in the Toontown community. I know some of the YouTubers. I checked them out before, but I don't really know too many people here. So I'm not too attached to Toontown. When I get bored of it, I will leave it, and that will be the end. And this is not what this channel is about. It's not about Toontown. It's just what I'm into right now, and it's a game that I'm playing. So this is a gaming channel. Get it? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.